Hi, my name's Chris. I'm a skier from Maine, and today I'm going to be riding Loon Mountain Resort in New Hampshire. We went there today, so I'm pretty fresh knowing about it and how it's a great resort. So today we're going to be riding on 5 categories: lifts, food, like the niceness of the people there, parks, and basically the iciness of the trails. So let's go. For lifts, they have 3 or 4 quads. Put it somewhere. Cut it. They have a couple quads. They have one 8-person lift. They have one gondola, and they have a few 2 or 3 2-person chairlifts. And so yeah, the lifts, very smooth. If you're a snowboarder, your ankles and legs might end up hurting because it's a lot of on your feet. And only 2 of the chairlifts give you really a rest break for your legs, which is the gondola and the Kank 8, which is their 8-person chairlift, the Kank Magus 8. That's how it's spelled. I'd pronounce it Kankamungus, but it might be Kankamagus for their purposes. And yeah, so that's their lifts. They have amazing lifts. Staff is nice, asks cute questions, super cool. I haven't met a rude person of the lift staff so far. So now on to food. The food there is real good. If you go to cabin 3, and it depends on what the soup of the day. Today was a venison soup, which is deer meat. It was so good. It was crazily good. I was not expecting that much, and it was just like soup that one of my family members would make, and it was so good. Apparently, all their soups were good. My uncle got some soup there too. He loved it. The food that they make at cabin 3 whatever it is really good. It's right under North Peak. We also got Waffle Cabin over there. Waffle Cabin is good. Any place that has a Waffle Cabin, get Waffle Cabin. You have to. Always get Waffle Cabin. Okay, so now niceness of the people there. As far as the people there that ride there, their staff is nice. I didn't meet a mean staff member today. It doesn't mean that they're always nice, but I didn't meet one today. And most of the people there that I met today were nice and cool and would chat, excited. If you're going on the quad that brings you between the South Peak and the regular part of the mountain, people ask you questions. It's usually a this or that question, what's your favorite mountain? Sugar Loaf or Thunder River? And mine's always Thunder River because I love Thunder River, and Thunder River's the best. You can't argue against that because Thunder River's the best. I don't know, I whisper sometimes, but yeah, they're all wicked nice. And they're all super cool people that I've met so far. Met a couple people today that just didn't answer questions or anything, but that's their choice. Their parks. They have a small, medium, and large park. I rode all 3 today. I'm not a rail guy. I'm more of a big air jump guy. Good with grabs, and I'm not amazing at twists and stuff. I'm pretty good at grabs. I'm the best at regular skiing and turns. I used to race. The parks, they have a large, medium, and small park. And then they have a couple of ones that are off in the woods. And woods parks with wood features, I believe. They were closed today though. They didn't have enough snow in the woods. Their large park, huge 15-foot tall jumps. that had these huge, like 50, 60-foot landings, like possibly up to 100-foot landings. They had like 7 or 8 of those huge ones. And they had some tabletops, some really good tabletops. Like they had some pretty long rails, and like their jumps there were pretty big, like huge jumps. What else? Their medium park, which I rode most of the day because first run I did the large park and cased the jumps and decided I didn't want to go any faster on those jumps because they're huge and they launch you. And after about 4 or 5 seconds in the air, my brain kicks in and starts to make my arms feel around, and it doesn't look that good. It knocks me off balance. And yeah, so their medium park is like perfect. They have a ton of like rail, jib features, and what else? And their medium jumps were perfect. I could get a mute off, I could get a Japan off, I could get like spreadies off easily. I mean, you can get like most of their like trails go like this, and then they have like bumps in them, so that you can like, if you pop up, you can get like a foot or 2 of air off these like little like bumps where like you can tell where like the snow guns like pump snow out. Just haven't fully like been groomed all the way down, so that's flat. That was pretty good. What else? It's pretty much for the medium park, that's it. But yeah, you can like jib stuff even on regular trails. You can just pop up anything there. It's pretty cool. What else? Let's go small park. Small park. Good for beginners. It's called the Burton. What is it? The Burton. It's like the Burton Learn to Ride Park or something up there, but like the Burton Build Up Park. It's super cool. I could get like 180s and stuff off of them. And it's like super soft snow. It's like super soft, like corn snow, basically. Just like these little, basically ice pellets, like tiny little ice pellets. They're soft to land on, and they don't hurt to land on, which is really good. Whereas the medium park and the large park they don't have that stuff, and if you like land weird, you're landing on ice. So the parks get pretty icy later in the day. We learned that. So do most of the trails there. I'm gonna get into the iciness of the trails later. What else? Yeah, the small park's pretty good to build up to the medium park, and the medium park is it's like the sweet spot unless if you really like to go big or go home. Yeah, let's get into the iciness of the trails. So iciness of the trails, beginning of the day, wasn't icy whatsoever. Perfect riding up till right around noon. We went in and got lunch, came out, and we were like riding. It was a little bit icier. Right around 2, which is an hour before we left, it got really icy. Like whole like trails, like the middle of it was just straight. Like you could see like where the groomers tracks had gone and how like it was just where it was. And although the sides of those trails were really good, on the South Peak there were like random rocks in the trails though. So if Loon, you're out there, make sure to get some of those rocks off. I almost hit them with my skis. That wouldn't have been good. I wouldn't have liked that. But yeah, that's really my only complaint is like rocks and really icy trails. Although the mountains really can't control the iciness of the trails without shutting them down and like totally regrooming them. That's pretty much it. Like the rest of the mountain was that icy, wasn't that bad, but you'd have icy patches, and then you'd have like 4 inches of like corn snow. That's pretty much it. It was like one of the coolest mountains I've ever been to. And so let's rate them. So lifts, I'm gonna give lifts an 8 out of 10. Food, 9.5. Niceness of the people, 9.9. Parks, 7.5. Just because I don't love the huge features that can hurt your knees really bad if you don't have enough speed and you case it. And iciness of trails, beginning of the day, 10 out of 10, no iciness. Later in the day, 2.5 out of 10. So I'm gonna pretty much go dead center. Not really dead center, but I'm gonna say 6.8 for iciness of trails. So I'm gonna put the score up on the screen now. And that's how I rate Loon. One of the best mountains I've been to, coolest, and would definitely ski there again. Go to Loon.